Well, we've reached the end of the trial. While I did buy... Excuse me. Our patrons decided to give one final tribute to Xbox Live Indie Games. And who better than us? the indie sludge. The
indie sludge?
That's basically us, yeah. Indiesludge.com, check us out. Let's start this up.
Alright. Oh my god, no!
Uh-huh. Well, I should let you know the first half of tonight's show is dedicated to our favorite Xbox Live Indie Games developer, Silver Dollar Games.
I love them, I'm sorry.
We'll get into who they are and what they do in a bit, but I hope that the first half of tonight's stream will provide them a sort of redemptive arc.
Let's turn this audio on.
I want to try and explain them, maybe make you empathize with them a little bit. So, Silver Dollar Games, a company who made a name for itself by releasing games that were priced at $1 on Xbox Live Indie Games. They would release something like 3 or 4 games a month at their height. So it was like, hey, if one doesn't make a mark, just launch another next week. Eventually, we ended up with something like this. Try not to fart, which we have covered before, but I think it's important.
It really sets the tone for the system. Is this loud enough?
So, what do you do for fun?
Okay, so what I'm doing here
live with my mom.
is I'm on a date, and I have to hold all these buttons and release them when they start flashing.
How's everything here?
We should go dancing sometime.
Yeah, things are going pretty well.
I love the music in here. Can I
I'm
get
warped
you
and twisted,
I like romantic movies.
Things are going
I hate
well,
all that action stuff.
but if you don't release them at the right time,
I just let one rip.
you fart all over the place.
Ah, fuck. Danny, no.
That was legendary.
I don't think I'll
Hey
do
there, hey there, first date. I'm here to say that I'm really into hiking and beaches and fart. Catastrophic farting. So it goes like this through several levels. And the thing is that Silver Dollar Games, when they have a concept, they execute on it far beyond you'd expect them to. So you get past this stage, you go on a second date, then you meet her parents, then you get married, and then you have a baby. Through this entire story, you have to not fart all over the place and ruin your relationship.
I'm not really into this.
Eventually, at the end of the game, it's revealed that she gives birth to a farting baby, and the circle of life begins anew.
A farting baby!
A farting baby!
Oh, good.
Yeah, the last level is just the baby trying not to fart, and she's all like, oh, you're just like your dad. Such a fart machine. Unfortunately, this time around, we're not gonna get to that second date.
You are a disgusting little man! We're through!
And that's it. We are lonely for the rest of our days.
Because you can't stop farting.
Because I can't stop farting. Can't even hold it in for a minute. Now, how did we get here? This story starts in media res, and it's going to require me to go back to the Xbox dashboard many times. If we ever upload this, it will be edited seamlessly.
It'll be absolutely perfect. You won't be able to tell.
So why not go back to the start of the Silver Dollar Games story? Where did they get their start? Well, Silver Dollar Games and Xbox Live Indie Games in general were tied to a Microsoft contest called Dream Build Play. This was open to amateur developers and students and other people just generally making very low-budget, very indie games before indie was a term that people became fond of. So this one is Blow. Silver Dollar Games, they actually won the very first Dream Build Play with a game called Blazing Birds, I think it was. It was a badminton sim. Next year, they submitted a game called Blow, which also won. So, 2 in a row, right off, they were like, we're winning this competition. We got this. So let's play a little bit of Blow, why not? Notice the subtlety. Something that would that's lacking from every other Silver Dollar game.
I was gonna say, this doesn't feel like a Silver Dollar game. It looks normal. Like, for normal people. Sorry, Silver Dollar, no offense.
I'll explain things.
Okay.
We're gonna put this in perspective.
Okay.
But basically this is a physics puzzler where you place all these fans around a level in order to guide bubbles toward an exit. It's sort of like a combination of Incredible Machine and stuff like Bubble Ghost, if you remember that game. You were ancient if you remember that game, by the way. It also has an endless tutorial that I'm just going to try and stumble through. Now watch what happens when the bubbles touch the guide. Oh, look at that. They get blown. Thus the title.
Oh.
So yeah, like we just mentioned, this looks distinctly different from other Silver Dollar games. As it turns out, Silver Dollar Games, they're mostly known as a company, but it's not really. It's this one guy, a Canadian fellow by the name of David Fluke. He did all these games, and after the success with Blazing Birds at Dream Build Play, he decided to take it to the big time. He was all like, I won this contest. Next game, we are going to assemble a team. We're actually going to hire artists, professional voice actors, animators, everything. And that's how this game came along.
Oh.
Yeah, this represents just an idea he had for a long time, a combination of a bunch of his favorite games, and he made it a reality with, and it turned out to be as good looking as it possibly can, especially for an indie game. Here's the problem. Nobody bought this shit. Not at all. This was released for $5 on the Xbox Live Indie Games service. Few people downloaded the demo. Hardly anybody actually paid the $5 to unlock all the levels. So here was this guy who went all in on indie game development. He decided, I'm going to do this the best way possible, going to do it right, going to assemble a team, make the best possible games. I can't even imagine how disappointing it was to come off a consecutive win at Dream Build Play and then just having nobody buy your game. So this looks good. It's polished. It's it's got a lot of content. It executes on its gameplay well, and nobody bought it. End of chapter 1. So next up, what our friend David Fluke did is he decided, you know what? I'm going to go the opposite direction. What happens if I just spend a couple of weeks putting together a game as quickly as possible? Just this completely slapdash production. We're not going to hire any artists. I'm going to do the art myself. This is a theme throughout his games, you'll notice. He also eventually started sourcing stock photos and I guess voice actors off the internet. But for now, this is him right off of Blow being all like, fuck it, I'm just going to make a cool game that I want to play, and I'm going to make it fast. This is what that is. Note the programmer art.
Oh my god.
Real good stuff.
I love 1998 Newgrounds.
Exactly. That's pretty much what this whole aesthetic is. Yeah, it's
that Tom Fulp feel.
Mm-hmm. It's not just indie, it's approaching outsider art almost. It's just it's that level of presentation quality. You don't see it very often. So this is a game where you have a limited view over a scene, and you gotta take out a sniper once they reveal themselves. Real simple, real easy to make without any kind of artist. You just download a texture, put some stick people over it, and there you go. Crucially, this game was released for $1. Can you guess what happened?
I think I can,
This game was a massive success. If you look at the ratings compared to Blow, you can see that a couple hundred people rated Blow, or at least cared enough to click the rating. This game has something like 8,000 ratings. 8,000, 9,000. A lot of conversions to paid apps, even. Like, a lot of people saw this, they decided, yeah, this is worth 99 cents. So they bought it. A lot of people did that, Alex.
I just...
A whole heck of a lot of people.
What really sucks is this doesn't actually look that bad. This looks like a simple game, easy to play, easy
That's the
to
thing.
figure out.
Yeah, Silver Dollar Games, their programming chops are actually pretty good. They can take a concept and turn it into a workable video game. And though the art suffers if it's just that one guy doing all the work, the gameplay mechanics are actually really good in a lot of cases. Oh, here we go. Got him. And that's Headshot, which was very quickly followed by Headshot 2, and Headshot Z, the zombie version.
Good.
And it's at this point that Silver Dollar Games started releasing 2 or 3 games a week. This guy saw a success just based on whatever shit he threw together in a couple of weekends, and he thought, why not do that, like, all the time? And thus the deluge began. Silver Dollar Games soon started flooding the Xbox Live indie game market, and let's just show off a few games that I think are pretty cool. So this is when he started, David Fluke that is, started experimenting with just having stock photos.
These are Cassie's interpretations of animal sounds. The real-life vocalizations may differ greatly, and this product should not be used for educational purposes. Count yourself lucky if it doesn't make you stupid.
I love that it has an advisory in this one. There's a violence advisory at the front of many of their games, and this game is not violent.
Cassie's Animal Sounds.
This follows up on Cassie's Corner, a game for kids, ostensibly, but a lot of drunk or stoned adults bought that game, and this sequel is for them. That would be Cobra? Yeah. I don't know who Cassie is. I assume she's
I love her.
she's an internet voiceover artist who was for hire. And apparently she thought what Silver Dollar Games wanted to pay her was agreeable. So she did this. What is this?
It's like an elephant.
Really? No. Otter? Skunk? Yeah, that's definitely a skunk. Next. Oh, that would be a mink. Shit! Let's try that again. So Alex and I, we enjoy Silver Dollar Games just because of how unconventional they are. Yeah, that's obviously an emu. So what genre is this? Who thought to make this?
Good. The good genre.
Oh, that's a cow. No, wait, a buffalo. She would have gone moo if it was a cow. This game is still available for purchase through the end of the month. Just gonna remind you. That would be a pig. We're doing pretty good. Gerbil. No?
Lemur?
Your lemur is more of a gerbil. Oh, come on. That's easy. Well, we've reached the end of the trial. While I did buy... Excuse me. While I bought many of Silver Dollar Games' catalog, I couldn't afford their entire catalog, so a few of these are going to be trials. Thanks, Cassie. Right now in the story, Silver Dollar Games is finding their footing. They're finding where they fit in the world, and they're just experimenting. Like with the Heckler, a game that Alex paid $1 for
I bought
many years
this game.
ago,
I love this game.
and now it's finally going to pay off.
This game is...
Have you ever wanted to be a heckler? You ever wanted to heckle?
This is genuinely one of my favorite game concepts.
So this was many years after Cassie's Animal Corner, but it still has programmer-drawn art and stock assets. Hard drive's good.
I might need to turn this up.
Time. Time is my darkness. Time is my shadow. Time is my heartbeat. Time is everything, and within it, I am nothing. There's no escaping time. No cheating time. It's coming for you, just like it came for me. I live in a fall of eternity. On the cold, brisk edge of winter, staring off into the
Good one.
distance, I see the inevitable waiting patiently for me.
So I have to play out a little bit because
wait an
his
eternity.
monologue gets pretty good.
There's one thing it does not know. That in my insignificant existence, at last only but a blink, I can make a ripple through
He's
time.
not, though.
Like a drop in a pond. I know what I am and what I am not. That knowledge alone gives me eyes to see. My words may not be written in stone, but my will can break through stone. There's no time like the present, I've been told. Yesterday
Your words are
is the
trite
past,
and unaffected.
tomorrow is in the future, and today the present, because each minute's a gift. With that gift, I shall dig through my memories to a time when life was less complicated.
These aren't even clever.
I know. That's why it's so
You're just
good.
drunk as shit going,
Great
shut
reveal a
up.
world filled with life. There was
Yeah,
a
you can't
time
heckle him
when
too
clocks
much.
stood still.
I want him to go through more of his monologue first.
All that
Okay.
moved was the sun in the sky.
Alex obviously has
I would
experience
play
with
in the
this.
garden
Oh, I
immune
do.
From the shroud of time. The sun was my guardian,
funnier
and
than
I
this
was
guy.
its child. With all my riches and fortunes, I could not buy more time. It's what I want the most, but have used the least.
Do it.
I
Heckle.
stand
Nope,
before
not
you like
yet.
a sign
Heckle him.
written on
Needs
me
to go down
says,
a little bit.
This time I'm not kidding. This is
My
no
mother
joke.
can act better
For
than
this
you.
is a concern that affects every soul on the planet. Fear is my only fear.
Can you get it past
There is
the
no
frowny
time for
face, but
fear.
not to the
Fear
you
consumes
lose?
time, and is
Like
the
right
reason
there.
I'm here right now.
You suck!
To live a lifetime
Well
in
timed.
fear is a tragedy.
Well timed, friend.
To live a day fearless, a triumph. That's why you can't fear time. I conquered my fear many years
Come
ago
on.
when I was most afraid. It's only when fear is on one's doorstep that one is capable of truly understanding it. It's a magical thing. That moment right before the storm. You can see it off in the distance, dark and black.
People are noting the resemblance of David Fluke's art style to South Park.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very much inspired by it. It's very easy to
The eye
draw.
of the storm isn't the calm, but rather a window. For what is an eye if not a window into the soul? To look into the
suck,
soul
pal.
of a storm is to look into
I like that one. Nice and
Nothing exists
simple.
These snappy comebacks.
Jeb, actually, there is an in-game explanation for that. Just,
when you look
wait
in a
there.
mirror, you'll find that you didn't fear that world, but rather you feared yourself. Time is nothing to fear, and there's no time for fear. When the storm passes, the white just hang in there,
We got mad enough to talk to me.
Yeah.
as I have reflected,
Do it again.
like a drop falling from the sky towards the calm ocean. I
You're
can see
crap.
myself in the ocean. When a drop hits the ocean, the ripple can be seen for miles if you're looking for it. The secret is to look not with your eyes, but with your soul.
Hey, buddy, you suck!
I stand before
Oh,
the
so
storm,
close.
cold before time, and I say to them, not today. I shall not take one more step because my time here in this world is too precious to me.
Is it?
Naked I am.
There we go.
For you to see. As naked as a baby born not of this world. As
Very
naked as the
funny.
world. You're not funny, sir. I shed
Shut the
these
hell
clothes. These. I'm
Sick of this shit. You there in the audience making all that noise. Shut the hell up already. What's your problem? Shut the hell up. You're not funny. You're just an idiot. Do you think all the girls will like you for ruining the show? Do you think your friend will think you're cool for making a fool of yourself in front of everyone? Are you drunk? You one of those guys? The kind of guy that has to get drunk and everything to distract themselves from the fact that their life sucks. Do you know what? You go home. You shut up. I've had enough of you.
The
That is one of
heckler.
my favorite games of all time.
The heckler,
Absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen.
One of the funniest games, one of the best concepts, extremely well executed. Absolutely worth it to play over and over to see how long you can get, to see how stupid he can get. That is just...
I'm glad you got him to get naked first.
Yes, I
before
had
he
to
lost
see him
his
get
shit.
naked. Yeah, that's why I didn't have any pants, because...
A lot of these games test the player's patience in addition to pushing gameplay to its limits.
I love that game.
And that's kind of why I love them. Because you basically spend $1 to be irritated or just... I don't even know. So let's play Toadman's Bizarre Quest.
Oh no,
So if Heckler is
No.
one of Alex's personal favorites, this is one of my personal favorites. Toadman's Bizarre Quest.
Oh,
One of the earlier Silver Dollar games, but one of the most unforgettable, as far as I'm concerned.
like fucking David Attenborough, but for fucking XBLIG games. A truly beautiful game.
Let's all get drunk and go out and see Puppetry of the Penis. You're not funny!
Well,
magical land of toadmen, princesses, and mermaids. You will play the role of Toadman, who's trying to win the affection of the beautiful princess. The princess wants to be rich, but the mermaids control all of the world's treasures.
Stupid mermaids.
I should mention that all of these mermaids are evil and will kill anybody who enters their waters. So it is understood that mermaids are bad, and we don't like them.
Yep.
Lucky for Toadman, he is not afraid of mermaids, so he uses dynamite to blow them to smithereens. Toadman collects all the treasures he gets from the mermaids and presents them to the princess. If the treasure is good, the princess is happy. If the treasure is bad, Toadman is in trouble. Good luck, Toadman. You're going to need it.
Yep, here come that boy.
Oh, no.
Toadman, inventor of the that boy meme. Silver Dollar Games, just way ahead of their time. So I bought this. This is Toadman, a game where you drop bombs on mermaids. I don't have much else to say other than that. If you remember the bonus minigame from the NES version of Jaws, it's kind of like that. The one where you drop bombs on jellyfish. Ooh, got her. So you have to drop and then also detonate. And these poorly drawn mermaids are carrying different things that have different value. And you have to get a certain monetary value by the end of this stage. Most of the stuff early on isn't worth that much. Later on it becomes a challenge to actually focus on stuff that's worth money.
Toadman, what do you have to offer me?
And here's the real meat of the game right here. The princess judging you. I hope she judges me harshly. Judge me harshly, princess.
This is the worst, most vile collection of garbage I have ever seen. You are the most disgusting creature in the world. You slimy, worthless, bug-eyed Toadman. Get out of my sight. Immediately.
Ah, I love it. So if you like being insulted, yelled at, called names, this is the game for you. Because that's what it's all about. You get a bunch of crap from the ocean, you give it to the princess, who says, "What's all this crap?" And then she calls you names. She's not too impressed by hooks, or skulls, or vests. Oh, let's see what she has to say.
This is the worst, most vile collection of garbage I have ever seen. You are the most disgusting creature in the world.
She's looking at my tweets.
Slimy, worthless, bug-eyed Toadman.
Yeah, she's definitely seen my tweets.
Get out of my sight. Immediately.
And it goes on for that for around 20 rounds. Eventually you do get better and better stuff, but I don't think she ever really likes you. And to me, at least, I don't know if it's just me, it seems a little fetishy to me.
Oh no, Chad is talking about paying princesses to paying for this game so women can yell at them. It's okay.
That's another common theme with Silver Dollars games. They often had women yelling at you, calling you names, saying that you weren't good enough. That was genuinely a common theme with a lot of their games.
What have you gathered up?
And if people pay for that in real life, surely they'll pay for it $1. Mm-hmm. Have an FMV lady talk about how shitty I am for $1? Sign me up.
You filthy loser, how dare you bring me such terrible garbage? You smell like sickness and everything that is bad.
Wow.
You will leave immediately or be destroyed.
Holy shit. Yes, destroy me. Step on me.
Jesus.
So that's Toadman, a game for all you sickos out there. All you disgusting, slimy toads. And just another entry in Silver Dollar Games' varied, eclectic catalog. So in addition to joke games and
Silver dollar.
bizarre patience tests, they also had real games like this one. But despite the shift in tone, this is still very much a silver dollar game. Pretty dramatic. What we thought was the end of our story
Listen
is just the
carefully.
beginning.
You're going to have to do exactly what I say if you want to survive. Keep walking. Whatever you do, don't run and never look back. They can smell fear. I'll give you the power to ward off demons. Use the left analog to stop the demons from dragging you under. It's hard to explain what's going on, but demons aren't the only ones after you. Spirits are also looking to take you away.
That's right.
I'm
It's a
giving you the
polarity-based
power to
twin-stick
stop them with
shooter.
the right analog. Don't let them drag you off course. This is the most important part of all. Don't listen to anyone else but me. You can trust me, please. Block out all other voices. Block out that sound. Where you are now is a special
Not gonna answer
place.
that phone.
Your thoughts control everything. If you think about answering a phone, it will happen.
Nope.
Don't fall for any tricks.
I will never answer the phone.
Nothing here is what it seems.
Absolutely never.
Nope. You think I'm stupid? Wasn't born yesterday.
Do you know where you are?
I shouldn't have answered that.
Did you just answer the phone?
Well, it got dark. I was scared.
While you were changing the radio station in your brand new sports car, you ignored the truck turning into your lane.
Seems like you're
That's all
dead,
it took to end
X-Men.
your pathetic excuse for existence. Think about
I
that
know.
for a moment. All the decisions you've made from day one until now, they've all led up to this moment. How pointless life must seem. Do you know who I am? Of course you don't.
You're that guy I heckled last week.
That knows bad. I'm the one you have to answer to when it all ends. But let's cut to the chase. I see by the power emanating from your spirit that you're getting help from someone. Well, I'm going to level with you. I don't want you on Earth. And if you keep walking down this path, you might find your way back. So I'm going to end this right now.
Me too.
Does that sound like a
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Not smiling.
No! What have you done? You've made a terrible mistake.
Shit.
I'm sorry I couldn't save
I'm
you.
trapped in the
I'm
afterlife.
sorry you couldn't save yourself.
The end is just the beginning. But for you, it is the beginning of the end.
Thanks.
Fuck. Well, that's one of the few actual games they released. It is a twin-stick, polarity-based shooter. It's pretty basic, but it follows this narrative path, and eventually they start rolling out all these stock photos, so you know it's a silver dollar game.
Oh, good. Those are my favorite.
So next up, why not, let's play, fuck it. Why did I buy this?
Yes.
So this is another one of their experimental non-games. It's a pretty unique concept. It's a game that knows that it's an Xbox Live indie game demo, and you have to talk yourself out of buying it. Alex. Alex is going to be our non-buyer today.
Ooh, coarse language. Watch out, everybody.
Now remember, don't buy this game. If you do, you ruin it. It just turns into a screensaver.
Okay. Let's press start.
Yeah.
Well, the other game told me not to answer the phone.
Well, you better answer it.
Hello, I'm calling on behalf of SDG Inc. You have been selected as part of a special group to receive a once-in-a-lifetime offer. I have permission to offer you this game at a reduced price of only 80 points. I'm going to go ahead and process your payment now.
Oh!
Can I have your permission to do so?
80 points is just $1. That's a pretty good bargain.
Sorry, I'm not interested.
May I ask why?
No, you fucking can't.
This offer
personal.
can only be presented to you now. It's a once-in-a-lifetime offer.
Like I said, I'm not interested.
I understand what you're saying, but I would like to remind you that this game offers unique, never-before-seen gameplay.
That is true. It's an interactive screensaver.
There's no reason to be rude. I'm just doing my job.
Are you being rude?
No, I'm sorry. Ugh.
Everyone needs a change from the constant adrenaline rush of awesome first-person shooters. 1 out of 5 people I've spoken to have recommended this game as a quick stress relief.
1 out of 5 doesn't sound very good, actually.
Can you give me one reason why you don't need this game?
This game also gives you the chance to be kind of rude.
You're definitely entitled to your opinion, but at the low price of a mere 80 points, it's a steal. I would like to go ahead and authorize your payment. Do I have your permission?
No.
You certainly
Do not charge
have
my PayPal
permission.
account.
Let me remind you that this game is fun to show your friends and family. They won't believe you when you tell them that there's a game like this.
Do you guys believe me? Do you believe that this exists? It won't in a week.
This game not only features the most radical concept ever thought of, but upon completion, we'll throw in a free music track for your listening pleasure.
It's pretty radical.
I've had enough of this.
I hear what you're saying, but I've been told that this game may be a limited time offer. If you don't act now, you may not have another opportunity.
Entirely true, actually.
That's actually true. The thing I'm going to act on is deleting this game.
Okay, before you do anything, I should let you know that upon purchasing this game, you will receive a special screensaver mode. This mode features some of the best artwork seen in video games. It's also great to play in the background of parties or other social gatherings.
Proof that games are art? Yeah, people are saying that games are now
This is really
art.
2 games in 1. This alone will get a laugh from your buddies, and the screensaver game is an amazing application that displays beautiful images.
I'm not going to listen to you
Okay,
anymore.
but before you do, allow me to also throw in additional music tracks to boost the value of this game.
Ooh, extra music
Now,
tracks.
and only now, I will add a complete soundtrack to the screensaver application. You can enjoy a collection of exciting tunes, all from the comfort of your couch.
What soundtrack is it? She's gonna give us the Symphony of the Night soundtrack, right?
I ain't going to say fuck you, but okay, I get the gag.
I know. You're wondering how long I could go on for. I'll tell you. All indie game trials have an 8-minute maximum length restriction.
It's true.
And I will exceed that with ease. So I recommend you start taking this game seriously and consider purchasing it now.
This game fucking owns.
I can't think of another game like this where you
Let
have
me
to talk
speak
yourself
here.
out of it.
I'm speaking to the
I've
manager
just been
now.
informed that you're having trouble deciding on whether or not you should purchase this game.
You can be pretty rude.
I don't want to call her that, no.
Complaint here. While I'm doing this, can I sign you up for a copy of this game?
But
Oh, they're trying to upsell you.
I am going to blog.
No one's going to read your blog anyways. So why don't you put down your pitchfork and just purchase this game?
By the way, I'm gonna shoot myself in the head actually ends the game. It plays a gun shot sound effect and then it exits.
I don't want to make fun of his minimum wage job, but I don't want to buy the game.
Yeah, and you're probably living in your parents' basement, so look who's talking.
Oh shit.
Speak to the creator.
I'm the game designer. I hear you're having issues with this game. Well, let me break it down for you. This is a gag game, designed to get a laugh out of you. If you take it seriously, you have failed to see the point of it. I've made this game for my own personal enjoyment. Frankly, I could care less whether you buy it or not.
I think it's funny, really.
I thought of a funny concept, and I ran with it.
I'm not mad, I'm laughing.
If you don't like it, write me at www.silverdollargames.com.
Okay, God.
And bitch me up. Now, I'm afraid this trial has come to an end. Thank you for playing.
Well, everyone go to silverdollargames.com and bitch out God, as he said.
Greetings. You might remember me from the bonus game attached to Silver Dollar's game Mind.
Oh, yeah.
I believe the bonus game was called The Worst Game Ever Made. Well, they've brought me back to sell you the most insane game ever made. That's right. Just when you thought the game trial was over, I come out of nowhere to mess with your head. I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm British. British people sound smart. You want to know why? Because we are smart. If a smart person says buy this game, you should do it. You want to know why? Because we know what's best. I know what you really want. You want a cool first-person shooter with all the fancy graphics and sounds, and for $1 no less. Well, you're not going to get that awesome shooting game you've been looking for.
That's pretty selfish of
Mostly
you,
because
Alex.
This game is the shit. It really is. Seriously, this game is the fucking craziest game you'll ever see. Okay, I'll level with you. It's a gag game. It's meant to make you laugh. It's fun because it's so unreal. It makes no sense. But hey, you've come this far. see it through to the end. Buy the game. You'll notice the game isn't even giving you options anymore. Yeah, that's because I'm getting desperate. Press A. Do it. Press A. Just buy it. Buy it. Buy it. Come on. You know you want to. Or is $1 too much for you? You can't afford it. Really?
No.
It's less than a coffee. It's less than a cookie. It's less than bubble gum. It's 30 times less than a parking ticket. It's 70 frickin' times less than a real game.
Admitting it's not a real game.
Fuck it. Silver Dollar doesn't pay me enough to do this shit. I'm out.
Well, that's...
End trial.
That's why did I buy this. Congratulations, Alex. You stopped yourself from buying the indie game. Yeah, you can buy this, at which point it stops doing any of that, and it just plays a screensaver with some music. That's it. The actual game is predicated on you not buying it, ironically. So we've seen a lot from Silver Dollar games. We've seen the ups, the downs, the actual games, the fake games.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play something that puts things in a little bit better perspective. This game is called Office Affairs.
Okay, that sounds really horny.
Yep. So they have released a couple of dating sims. They're famous Don't Be Nervous Talking to Girls among them. A couple more that use stock photos and just amateur actresses sourced from the web. This game's a little bit different. This takes a little bit of a different tactic. And I did actually buy this one, so hopefully I'll be able to finish it. And where do we start here? In this game, where we've been toads, we've been all kinds of people who were yelled at it by women.
This game contains violence, coarse language, and sexuality. Player discretion is advised.
They're making this sound so horny.
So it's come to this. I've had enough of Silver Dollar games.
You did it. You pressed A. And now I'm falling to my death. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I don't blame you for it, because if you didn't do it, someone else would have. Probably me.
Someone's got to push A.
My life's pretty fucked up right now. And if it continues the way it's going, I'd be first in line to press that button. This is me going to work. Every day I take the subway. Every day the subway is late. Every day there's some smelly guy sitting next to me, talking to himself. Every day I make a new excuse to my boss why I'm late for work. When I'm at work, I don't actually do work, because that would be boring. I spend most of my time surfing dating sites, or whatever sites I can try and find some kind of date
Stock
on.
photo. Another stock photo.
I send a lot of emails out and messages and stuff to these girls, but I never get any replies. Although, I'm very thankful IT can't track my internet use. I'm tired of wasting away in this dead-end job. I've made a lot of bad decisions, and I'm sick of making them. Yeah, that's the premise of this game. It's the same thing you've seen in movies and TV, I know, but we've never done it in a video game, so bear with me.
This is pioneering.
From now on, you're going to make my decisions for me. Whatever you say, I'll do. You're going to turn my shitty life around. So, what do I do first? I have a 9 a.m. meeting. You're the boss. You make the choices.
Hey, suck it up and go to the meeting. We all gotta.
Oh joy, another boring meeting, another wasted morning, another step closer to blow my brains out.
You're a fun guy. Let's draw a cute girl.
Oh yeah, I totally do.
Oh, there we go.
If someone held a knife at me and said, do this chick or else, I'd be like, man, you don't have to ask me twice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on it.
What?
Alright, the meeting's over. Now for the rest of my shitty day to unfold. And look, it's only 9:30. Right now, I'd probably be in the bathroom, sitting in the stall for about 20 minutes or so. Just wasting time. Not going to the bathroom, don't have to go, nothing rude here. Just literally wasting time.
Can't wait until they invent smartphones. Let's go to the bathroom.
I can't believe you actually chose the bathroom. Alright, now you're gonna see how productive I am.
Hell yeah, look at that
I'm the most
toilet.
amazing employee.
Double roll.
I'm gonna sit here and zone out. Just think about stuff while I waste my time.
Let's think about video games.
I've always wanted to make games. Card games, board
Hey, it's
games,
Blow.
video games. Like, I thought of a million, and I love them. I have them all at home. Like, everything you can think of. It's awesome. It's a total dream of mine. Now for the most important part of my day. I get a steaming cup of tea, leave it at my desk, piping hot, the steam is coming right off the cup. My boss thinks, hey, I just stepped out for a minute. What little he knows is that I'm gone for like an hour, hour and a half, and they think, yeah, maybe he's in the bathroom, maybe he's making a photocopy, maybe he's talking to marketing. No, I'm not even in the building, not even there.
Guess what we're doing? We're going to the bar.
Alright.
Chick power.
Let's do it. Let's hit the bar up.
This is...
I'm gonna change first. I'm not looking like a douche. Okay. So, do I do some shots? Or some beers?
What do you say, Alex?
Fucking beer me, baby.
Beer me.
This is a first for me. I don't think I've ever gone to the bar during work before. Or before noon, for that matter. Like, what? It's kind of liberating. I am actually drunk right now.
You got drunk off one beer?
Okay, let me see if I can get some buddies out. I'll give them a call and make this a little less weird because I shouldn't be drinking on my own.
Okay, who we calling, Alex? We calling Roy or Mike?
Oh, hell yeah, Mike! Bring Mike in!
Yo,
Mikey!
Drinks. Now. Mikey's the only guy I know that won't say no to a drink. It's awesome. I've been told before to not push the envelope, not walk the line. It only brings trouble. I think it's time to rethink a few strategies. You have to rock the boat a little if you're gonna get people's attention.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. That was mental. Alright, I'm back at work, and I just wish the day would end. Oh, shit. I got an email.
Looking up more stock photos.
And it's from my boss. Oh, great.
Just jacking off this Shutterstock or whatever.
Audio session ASAP. Mike's gone missing, and surprisingly, you're the only one around. There's 2 different sessions going on now. Pick whatever session you want.
Sincerely, your ass of a
I have
boss.
some work to do. There's a lifestyle audio session and a dramatic audio session going on right now. Which one should I direct?
Lifestyle.
Alright, here I am in Pose Audio 1, ready to direct this audio session, but FYI, the audio engineer has done this a million times before and could probably do it without me. In fact, I'll just get in his way. So, what do you want me to do?
Let's sit back and relax.
Yes, sir. That's something I can do very well. I've sat back most of my life. But isn't that what got me to this pitiful existence in the first place?
I guess so. Let's dream of making a video game.
Honestly, how do you get started on something like that? Like, such a monumental task. I did a stupid project in high school once. A student called it a clone, and the teacher said to stay away from edgy gameplay. Like,
really?
What does that mean? Edgy? Like, stay away from edgy gameplay. Like, come on. Like, I'm a student. That's what I should be doing. I don't think I have what it takes.
It's time for change.
Mm-hmm.
You nailed it. You nailed it. I need to end this mundane repetition.
Nice hitboxes, jackass.
My whole life, whether it was school, work.
I'm sorry, go on.
Everything I've ever done. It's been routine. It's been what society says this is what you should do, and this is the order you should do it in. And I'm thinking to myself, I just want to do whatever I want to do. Like I get it. I have to work. I need to make money and all. I get that part. But do I have to do it your way? Yeah. Well, change is exactly what I need right now. This does come to an end. So, what do I do? How does this all happen? How does this go down?
What do you think? F off or a kind resignation?
F off!
F off!
With pleasure.
Now I am the master of my own destiny.
Boss man.
That does not have a single F in there.
Now I am the master. I quit.
Never look back.
I can't believe I just did it. I don't even know what to do. I am so scared. I am so happy. I am so frightened. I am so overjoyed. I have no plan, no job, but I've never felt better. Thank you. You really have changed my life. So what do I do now?
Get ready to party!
Yeah, good call, good call. My stuff is garbage anyways. How about I send an email out, recruiting the troops for beer and steaks? I finally grew a pair and decided to quit. Please help me say goodbye with style over a nice dinner. Peace out.
Peace out.
I only have time for one last thing. Like, the last thing I'll ever do here. Probably ever. So, what shall it be?
Alright, what are we gonna do? We gonna get some E off Katie? Or are we gonna make out with that girl we're obsessed with?
Wait, so the only... Is E like ecstasy, or is it like a horny word?
Well, I assume it's ecstasy. I assume they have the same slang in Canada as they do in the States.
Let's get some E then.
Let's get some E.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what ecstasy looks like, or what it's gonna do to me, or how you know Katie has them on her right now.
Let's take some E and make some indie games.
Girl, like how? Who does drugs at work? Like, what are you talking about? This is crazy.
Do it.
We're doing it.
Illegal drugs kill roughly 15,000 Americans each year.
Oh.
For obvious reasons, we cannot show drug abuse in this game. Kids, stay off drugs. It's not cool.
Yeah, we didn't do E. We
went to the bathroom to wait it out.
Yeah, taking drugs was a bad idea. I'm not feeling this right now, and seriously, I think it's a bad idea. And I'm not sure, but I might barf. I don't...
should have just gone home and started coding.
Stop being horny, dude!
I seriously wish I could, but she is so hot. Like,
We're losing the plot here. We gotta finish this up. Your life meter's half done.
She's a stock photo!
You're never going to meet her.
Is...
That is a nice choice, though.
Ugh, God, it sounded like he just... Ugh.
I ended up leaving my job to pursue my dreams of making video games.
I thought I was kissing girls here.
Teaming up with my brother,
both.
We went on to make 40 indie games, including this one.
40?
We won
Yep.
one indie games competition, placed in the top 20 twice. We're hoping to place in the top 20 again this year. I'm sure we will, actually. We had 2 of our games mentioned on national television.
It's true.
Gimmicky, but cool. And our catalog spans 13 genres. I take a lot of pride in that because we don't just make the same game over and over again. We don't just make a shooting game and make 6 versions of it, or call it a different name, or whatever. You know what I mean? We
Still smooching.
make a lot of different games for different genres. Some of them aren't even known. Some of them we don't even recognize for a lot of the games we do, but they're out there. Check out Ranger. Check out Glow. Check out Blazing Blurs. Check out Fear. Those are all cool games that no one even looks at.
Some quick plugs while I get finished jumping off a building.
Exciting games. Check them out. They're awesome.
Let's chart a path to the future.
From here, my brother and I are hoping to make many more games. Totally different, crazy ideas, like stuff that isn't just shooting game or role-playing game or Avatar game. They just talk about like whatever we can do that's different.
Yeah, make something with zombies.
Don't get me wrong. I do stuff that's just like, hey, whatever, man. Someone else has done that. I will end up doing it too. Cool. But I love doing something different. And if it's stupid, you don't like it. Fair enough. Garbage, hey, you don't like it, that's your thing. But we're gonna keep trying to do weird, zany ideas because it's fun, it's exciting, and I love doing it. I don't really care about you guys. I love to do it. And I hope you guys like it too, just in any way. And hey, you know what, whatever, there's a free trial. You don't like it, it's just time, right? Just play it, it's free. Check it out, that's all. So we're gonna make some more games, and I want you to check them all out. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be exciting. Thank you so much for playing. We know you have tons of AAA titles.
Check power.
Awesome shooting games, awesome role-playing games, all that stuff. Like we're talking like major titles here. And here you are playing this little game. And I get it. There's a staff of 1,000 people making other games. There's only 2 people making this game. That's it. Just 2. And I really appreciate you taking your time to play this game. You know what? Go to our website.
I really appreciate smooch, kiss.
Your producer, we'll say, hey, you're the producer. We'll make your game idea. I don't know, maybe if it's cool, we'll do it. We love to do different things. Anything that's been done before, kind of boring to us. But if you have some kind of crazy new idea, let us know. We'll love to hear it. It's great. It's great. Hope to see you guys. Thank you so much for playing.
So that's Office Affairs.
Wow.
A game that's secretly autobiographical.
Yeah.
This is the autobiography of David Fluke and his brother, who together made dozens and dozens and dozens of unforgettable games for Xbox Live Indie Games. I really like these guys. Playing this, it was honestly a treat. I realized what was happening halfway through, and I was like, oh shit, he really did just quit his shitty office job to make these whacked-out games. Despite his teacher's wishes, his teachers telling him not to make edgy games, he said, F you, I'm gonna get on the indiest platform
Toadman
ever.
Express.
The Toadman Express. So thus concludes the redemptive arc of Silver Dollar Games. Hopefully you can understand them a little bit better, understand why they did what they did, why they took the path they did.
So what are they doing now?
Well, I thought I'd finish up this segment with their latest game. It turns out in the intervening years between when they first won Dream Build Play and the last contest, which was in like 2012, they entered like every year. They made a whole bunch of XBLIGs. Every year they'd submit one. But in those in-between years, they didn't win. They always placed. They never got the top result. Dream Build Play 2012, they took home first prize in the very last Dream Build Play competition with One Finger Death Punch. So let's play that. It also marks the end of a really strange career here in the games industry. A career that no one else could share. This guy just basically charted his own path towards being an indie game developer. And it finally paid off with the release of this game. Now, previous games, I guess, were popular enough to keep him bankrolled. He didn't have to go back to his office job. He just kept pumping out games, just living off whatever residuals. Oh god! And then there was this game.
Press X or B when enemies are in range. Silver Dollar.
So earlier in the stream, someone described this aesthetic as Newgrounds, flash animation. This game, maybe more than any other, embodies that so perfectly. Let's get this started. So do you remember all those Flash cartoons that had stickmen fighting and killing each other and being really bloody and stuff?
Green enemies have 2 hits. The enemy's hits are indicated below them.
Well, this is a game that turns those into a real game. And as someone who played 50 or 60 different Silver Dollar games, this is good. This is real good. This is actually real fun, real intuitive. The graphics are obviously good enough for a programmer to draw, but they get the job done. And this mechanic is just really satisfying to do. There's a lot of variety, it introduces new things every few levels or so. And this made it big, actually. This was their hugest hit ever. This actually made it out on Steam. There was a mobile version. All of a sudden, Silver Dollar Games was thrust into the spotlight.
You did it.
And at the top of their career, they disappeared. They released this, and that was it.
They tweeted like about...
They did tweet within the last year saying that they are alive. They're actually working on One Finger Death Punch 2. I have no idea if that's caught up in development hell or whatever, but I wish them the best. I want that game to come out. I will buy it.
Hopefully a bit less stereotypical voice acting.
Yeah, I could do without that.
Yeah,
That's unnecessary.
That's not bad. But this is interesting.
But the game itself
it's
is actually amazing. It plays really well. It's super fun. And it's something like $2 on Steam, which I have no issues recommending that to anyone. Go check that out on Steam and buy it if it looks interesting.
Oh, they tweeted about 5 days ago asking someone for a commission.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're still on track.
They set a commission for a Kung Fu game, so there you go.
Alright, still on track to making that sequel. I know at some point this game was actually cloned. Someone put it on the Google Play App Store and started putting ads in it to refuel your energy, stuff like that. I don't know whether that delayed the release of the sequel or something, but this game was popular enough to be cloned. Just to give you some idea of just how much of an impact this game had. Also, it's real hard to play and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
But they did it. Through all their experimentation, through all their weird animal sound games and FMV women yelling at you, it ended with this.
This is pretty interesting.
And it's pretty darn good.
It's fun to play. I've played it before, and it's actually quite fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's super simple, and it plays well.
Impaled. You can also grab weapons and do this. Oh, it's so good. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from this stream, it's that One Finger Death Punch is a good game. Silver Dollar Games is secretly a good game developer. And their story is pretty interesting, I thought. This went from... It went from a contest winner to a complete flop to unexpected success through just the most bizarre games you've ever seen.
And for Toadman world.
And for that, I really love them. I'm glad they finally found that mainstream success they wanted. I want them to release that sequel. More than anything, though, I want them to go back to releasing experimental games. I miss those. I want to see those on Xbox One.
Same, actually.
I want to see them go back to their old selves. Maybe it's just me. Maybe no one else thinks this, but they have such a wide variety of different gameplay concepts they've tackled. At the very least,
Itch.io.
At the very least, I want to see a Silver Dollar Games collection for Xbox One. Let's make that happen. Let's find the mysterious David Fluke and ask him nicely, and maybe he'll make it. Please, Mr. Fluke, your games have brought me so much joy over the years. I really want to see an Xbox One collection. Just a suggestion. And that concludes the sad, strange, but ultimately, I don't know, how would you summarize that? What kind of tale is this?
It's redemptive, but it's
redemptive?
the ups, it's the rise and fall and rise of whatever. Of
the redemptive arc of Silver Dollar Games. Yeah, it had something like 5 falls and 6 rises. But in terms of that being a developer story, it's one of the more interesting ones that I've come across.